The views and opinions expressed by the guests and others do not reflect the broadcast of Nick at Night or those associated with this brand. Nick at Night does not condone the overindulgence of alcoholic beverages, nor do we support drinking and driving. Please drink responsibly. Hey y'all, welcome back to Nick at Night. I am your girl, Miss Nick.
It's your boy P, King to a God. Nick, what's good?
Nothing much. It's Lord have mercy. It's Black History Month.
It is.
So I'm excited about that. And with all this that's going on in the world today, I feel like I'm celebrating extra hard this year.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like we have to.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like we have to celebrate. So I'm celebrating extra. I don't give a fuck. Black History Month. I might wear a Black History Month shirt every day of this month.
Well, I got my beads for it. I'm going to wear my beads. I normally switch out beads.
This month.
I normally switch out beads. I'm going to wear these beads all month.
I want to do hashtag him, you know who I'm talking about, on every Black History post.
I don't know. It's just something about it. We got to go a little harder this year. I mean,
I got you.
you know how I get in that mode. I'm in that mode.
I feel you.
Dale.
What's happening?
What's going on?
Hey,
welcome
glad
back,
to be
brother.
here.
Glad to have you on the show. Always. These two, when I was doing Nick at Night, was two of my favorites. We ended up doing the show together.
Yeah.
And now we got Dale on here with us.
Let's get it.
I love having Dale on here because Dale be honest. I like people that be honest. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm working.
Everybody want to be liked.
Yeah.
But some people like honesty. Like, I'm one of them. I like honesty. I don't know no other way. Don't be sugarcoating shit.
Yeah,
Say
I ain't
it.
out here for you to like me.
Yeah.
Shit. No, I mean, eventually you will once you get to know me, but that's not my intent.
And I know it's a lot of people don't like my ass.
I don't care.
Me either.
Yeah. Where you at,
But
Nick?
I love y'all, though.
Yeah.
So, look, okay. Speaking of liking, go like our pages. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can find me at Miss Nick at Night. MZNIKATNITE. And that's going to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube.
And you can find me at therealp.i.g, Lemon8, Twitter, Instagram. And I need y'all to share. Share it with one friend. You know, we ain't asking you to do a lot.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, hit the little alarm button, and then share it with one friend. Shout out to my nephew, Polo G Square, for sharing it to his page last time. So,
and shout out to y'all that be chiming in and with the comments, because we read those. Like, we're watching it with you, right? And so we read, we're interacting with you, and that's what we want to do. We want to interact with y'all.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate those comments.
So where we at? Well, Dale,
you can find me as one of her mutual friends. If you can find me, I might accept it.
Dale said, go click on her friends.
Yeah.
And
Friends of a friend.
Friend of a friend.
Yeah. Come with your references, though.
Oh, my gosh.
No. Okay, so we're going to jump into our topic. Our topic for today is something that has like really been weighing heavy on me. What is the younger generation learning from us with regards to dating? Dating, love, marriage. What are they learning from us? Are we giving? And when I say learning, I mean not only what we are verbally teaching, what are they learning by just watching us?
I'll say this, right? So it was interesting because when you brought that topic up, I talk to my son daily, but it's, you know what I'm saying? After you brought the topic up, we started talking. He just started sharing things he had never seen me do or the things that he had seen me do when I was married to his mom. He's like, Dad, I've never seen Mom pump gas. I've never seen her take groceries in the house.
Yes.
It was either you was getting them or you was sending us out there to get them or you was
So
showing
guess
us
what
how
he
to
gonna
pump
do?
gas. He knows how to do it. He never seen her open a door.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when you say, what are we teaching them? those weren't things I taught him directly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just things that he picked up on through seeing it,
Exactly.
And I was a proud father in that moment.
And I think we forget about that, right?
Yeah.
My aha moment was my son was probably, we moved here when he was 6. So he was between 7, 8 years old, right? And I was not the woman to bring men around my son.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I had just broke up with, I was engaged to the guy. We had broke up. And so he was in Houston with my mom. My mom was married. They were married over 30-something years, right? They got into an argument. And my son said, "Don't worry, Grandma Sue, relationships don't last." And she looked and said, "What?" And I said, "Oh, shit. Is that what he getting from me?"
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because one, you're not coming around my son unless we solid, right?
Right.
But that also didn't give him a whole lot of references because he ain't really see mama in a relationship. He saw mama getting it. He saw mama working. He saw mama doing everything. He didn't see a man there loving his mom properly, being a man to his mom. Thankfully, he saw that with my dad and my mom and her husband, but he didn't see that at home.
Right.
So I don't know what I taught him when it comes to dating because he really didn't see shit. And you know what I mean? So it's one of those things of sometimes we are unconsciously teaching them. And I still don't agree with bringing every man around your damn kid. I still don't agree with that.
No, you shouldn't in a dating sense, right? But what I would like for women to do, because we've gotten away from community, you have a lot of good friends. And you're beyond that point now. I don't know if you had those good friends then.
Yeah.
But I would hope that any woman, your good friends, good male friends, should be able to talk to your child.
Yes.
Your son, especially if you have a son.
Yeah.
They should have some type of involvement with your son. It shouldn't be all the time or whatever, but they should be able to have a conversation with your son, especially if you're not from here. Like, we're transplants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not from here and you have solid male friends that you don't plan on ever fucking, allow them to interact with your child.
Definitely. But even still, you know, because I am one of them, most of my men, the group of female friends I have now is the most female friends I've ever had in my life because I've always been friends with males. So yeah, he know mama got a lot of male friends, but then I also used to be like, I hope he don't think that's my boyfriend, or like know, uncle. Everybody, no, nigga, this really your uncle. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Ain't none of that. That ain't none of that. But you know, it's just it's. I think that's the thing with parenting. There's just no one way to do this shit, right?
No,
there's no
difficult.
Perfect way to do it, right? But it's one of those things because, like you said, the uncles, the aunties. So it is a community.
Right.
And that's important. But I literally did not think, I always thought about if I had a daughter that I would want her to see a man treating me right. But I never thought about it from my son's perspective. I never thought about it.
I guess the risk to reward is high. You know what I'm saying? Because you're almost playing Russian roulette.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inviting a man in to kind of
even if you get in a relationship, because the shit might not last, right?
Yeah. But and especially you're talking about at a younger age when you were young. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's hard. I don't know how to, outside of my son, I don't know how to advise these young people. Man.
Yeah.
They move different.
Well, it's interesting because you talk about the generation itself and where they get their information is out of our hands now. So we're at the age where we're not influencers in a sense.
Yeah.
So they're getting it from podcasts. They're getting it from reality TV. They're getting it from a lot of different places that if they don't have the right upbringing, when they get to that point, that's their new mentor. That's their new person. even though the Cosby Show still come on, which is where some of us saw in broken homes and stuff.
Right.
But I think that, the challenge that we run into is that that's sucking them in. That's getting their attention.
That's true. Oh, it's so.
And that's what we face as the older generation looking at the younger generation is that they think it's nice to fuck on a chick or whatever the case may be, or chase the bag through the 360. Then you got a lot of younger females that want older guys because they thinking, he gonna take care of me or whatever. You got a lot of younger guys that aren't maturing fast enough to be matured for a relationship in some of those cases. So I think that's where the disconnect I see come in is that.
Yeah, that and shit, I'll say it. Some of these dudes just need to be in their children's lives.
Yeah.
I mean, because you brought them here.
Yeah.
Teach them. You got to be in your child's life.
Yeah.
I don't care what hurdle you got to leap over, run under, kick over. You got to be in your child's life.
And teach, again, remember that sometimes they always watching us. They always watching us, And I was mindful of that with a lot of things. I just wasn't mindful of that when it came to a relationship. Right. And it's like, damn, what did I teach myself? But and sometimes it's still like your son saw you being a husband, a man to his mom. My son did not see that, but he still knows from uncles, stepfather, grandfather. But he also know how he wanted to see his mom be treated. Right. So, sometimes you learn from what you didn't see, right? So it's like, I didn't see that, but you deserve that. And that's what I'm going to do for my wife. You know what I mean? So it's again, it's tricky, but we just have to be more conscious. I remember one chick, I think she had 4 daughters, and she was messing with this dude who was never at home. Like, he was constant, always cheating. They steady breaking up. And I'm like, what? So what are your daughters learning from this? And then what are they going to accept when they get grown, when they're in a relationship? They're going to accept the man who does the exact same shit because daddy wasn't at home.
Or they go the opposite route and say, I don't want to be treated like mom.
True.
Because mom was a poor influence.
Hopefully that would be the case.
It's more questions to that scenario, like were the 4 daughters by him? I'm not asking you to answer, but it's more things to kind of get into why.
But regardless if they were, if you are in a relationship and this is your daughter's first lesson, this is what they see. And if they see that this man is barely there and he's barely being a man to you, that's what they're going to accept.
Yeah, I don't think those, I want to pray that those weren't his daughters.
But another thing you see is that, and I don't really recall seeing this growing up, and I know I didn't do it with my kids, was you see the parents are having the birthday parties for the daughters at the same place they hang out at. And it's like, okay, is this the pattern that we're following? It's like, I'm going to XYZ or whatever, so my daughter's birthday, her 21st birthday.
But Dale, the age difference ain't too far apart.
Right. That's why the
daughter 21, the mom 35, 36.
Yeah. So that plays a part in it.
True.
It ain't that much of a gap. Shit, they friends. They ain't mother-daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that happens.
I'm super protective. So ain't no fucking way. Well, if you don't get your ass away from over here trying to talk to my daughter, it just ain't happening for me. Especially at a place where I know it. Nah.
Right.
Move around. Around. That's not happening. No, you cannot. Nothing. Get away from her.
I mean, I don't know why you would bring your daughter to that environment where it's wolves.
Right.
It's wolves, it's lions, it's tigers, and it's bears.
Well, it's not a whole lot.
You don't think somebody gonna get to her?
There's not a whole lot of wolves in these places, but that's another subject.
You don't think there's no wolves there?
Hell no, they waiting on you to come talk to them. I told you.
Yeah, but I said there's lions too. So the lions ain't go
right.
Now that wolf,
it's gonna be some.
that wolf, yeah, he waiting for you to talk because he just want to bang you. That's a wolf.
Yeah. Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheetahs.
Yeah.
It's all of them in there.
So one thing, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
No, say it. Say it. We here now. The world wants to know what's on your mind.
Let's refer back to conversation we had the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy said he is a provider and a protector, and he had, I think, a couple of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that question came up, and it said if your woman made more money than you, let's say she made $300,000-$400,000 a year, but you only can afford $100,000 house, but she want this $300,000 house that y'all together could afford. She could probably afford it, but y'all together definitely could afford. So he was like, what house would you get? Would you get the more expensive house? And he said, no, I would get the house that I can pay for, because he wants to pay 100% of all the bills.
Well, then he need to figure out a way to be able to pay 100% of the bills.
He could pay 100% if they have the $100,000 house.
Though.
So, but my thing is, I said, well, because if she worked hard enough to make $300,000-$400,000 a year, she want to live like she make $300,000-$400,000 a year.
Yeah, but that's a problem though. That's a problem.
Not necessarily, because
if I can afford 100 and she can afford 300, I'm gonna find a 200 because y'all
meet in the middle.
Yeah,
right, meet in the middle.
Right.
But I feel like there's nothing wrong with her paying her. So, like, cause I'm like, what if you pay what you would pay in 100 and she pay the rest? No, she can't pay nothing.
She ain't gonna respect him. It'll work in some households, but not our household. Not of the dark complexion.
I challenge that. I challenge that only in the aspect of where we starting at.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Now, we started off and this is our second home.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's been some things established where
before
us to go get that next house that may be a little bit out of range. We've had a conversation. You know what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
You want, and I'm assuming you don't just want this house for you. You want it for us,
right? For the family, because it was a couple of kids.
At that point in time, now we're talking about as a team,
right?
Now, if we just in the beginning stages and we just got married and now we go in to get this house and you want to jump out there and do that, nah, baby girl, let's slow down for a minute. I'm with Dale. Let's go get this 200.
Yeah.
And then the next one will go up to 3 or 4.
We build because you got it, you ain't got to spend it. That's my thought process.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's find a bridge, meet in the middle. Should make him hustle harder to achieve certain status, and they come together like you say on the second house.
Right,
baby. Let's go get that 300,000 now.
Because that first house is going to give us money to put towards the second house.
Exactly.
Right.
So you got to look at it as the flip.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let's just say your daughter, right? So you are in this situation and you're saying, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and live in this $100,000 house. How would you want that to, because daughter is watching.
Mm-hmm.
How would you want your daughter to play that out though? Like if it was her and her husband, if your daughter was making $300,000 and the husband saying, no, we not moving into the bigger house because I can only afford, instead of saying, see, I'm all about teamwork.
Right.
I'm sorry. Like I had to call my daddy one day because let me tell y'all something. All throughout life, even today, I'm 49 and I'm still getting lessons from my dad and my oldest brother, like for real, those two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never. They have told me about how the man's supposed to treat me, how he's supposed to protect me, how I need to protect him as well. That's another subject that I want to talk about. But never have they told me that I'm not supposed to, like I'm supposed to get married and he's supposed to pay 100%.
Okay, so I see where you're going with that, because to me, I'm like, if we're coming together, we gonna figure out what works for us
Mm-hmm.
to make sure our household is good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think where the misconception comes in is that I can be an independent man by myself and be living well off of 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
She could be over there and she's accomplished things and she may be at 300,000. But when we decide to come together, we have to navigate those waters to see what that looks like, because life has changed for both of us.
Right.
And so from traveling, from going out acquiring vehicles, everything. So you got to have somebody that still has some humbleness about them, somebody that has some compromise on both sides, because now you don't want to come in and say, okay, let's go 50-50 on this or whatever, because that's such a cliche word now. Yeah. But when you really look at it, it's like, okay, what can we both do to meet in the middle, to make sure that our household is taken care of?
I just
I think we messed up when we start putting numbers on things.
Because both of them are very alpha men. They both are, I am the provider, the protector, but they have never told me that you're supposed to just be pretty.
Yeah, well, now you're going back to something totally different.
I mean, I'm just saying, but a lot of, apparently, that is what is like the consensus now these days, that you just supposed to look good and he's supposed to take care of you and do all this other shit.
I think those are people that are delusional, one. They're not aware. I'm not talking to them. They're not even aware of what's going on currently in the world. The price of eggs won't allow me to take care of every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you want to eat a boiled egg every morning, that's $100 in a month right now. You know what I'm saying? No, real shit.
Yeah.
Let alone everything else that you need.
Yeah. And not even, like I said, so I called, me and my dad was on the phone and I was like, you know what? I wanted to ask you, like, what is your take on that? Because you have never told me that. And so, again, like what I said, he's like, yes, the man is a provider, but y'all are a team.
But here's the thing. If you ever ask somebody to break that down, what does that look like? Most of the time when I've had those conversations with women, they be like, well, if me and a man living in a house together, I'm not paying my mortgage. So I'm like, okay, so you want him to pay the mortgage. You going to pay everything else. It's basically 50-50.
It's literally going to be the same.
It's going to be the same.
Literally.
And so
like,
that's what I'm saying. We arguing over a number and it becomes bullshit.
It's
you know what I'm saying? Like we had the
bullshit.
conversation the other time. If I'm doing all of this and you paying for the trips.
Exactly.
We're not going to fucking Houston. What are we talking about?
Not a road trip to San Antonio?
No. So I'm not even going to San Padre. I don't know.
Let me ask y'all this. Do you feel like us as Black men and women, we put more roadblocks in than other races?
Yes.
And when it comes to coming together?
Yes.
I can't speak on that. I will say, because I don't indulge in the other races and what they have going on. I know for our race, we make it more difficult than what it should be.
I just think that
I know from what I've heard in other races, yes. And like, I don't understand it.
Well, like your point, we focus on all the shit before we even get together that make us not get together. And so
try to stick to that shit, because just like you say, when you are in a relationship, you do what works for y'all.
Yeah.
Not this preconceived notion that you come in the door with, and now you want to stand on that shit. Like you don't even know this man right now, right? And then you get to know him, and maybe that shit that you thought you wanted, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna fly. So you might have to tweak that plan a little bit. But they don't want to tweak the plan. No, fuck that. Oh, okay.
That's why they are
single.
You said it, I did.
I heard the realest shit one day listening to the radio where they were like, you have a list of all this shit that you want, but at the end of the day, that person got to want you too.
Yeah.
And that shit hits home. So I was like, damn, that shit was profound.
Yeah, no, that's for real.
I'm like, you really thinking you the shit, and you going out trying to meet this list.
That is like for real.
Your list is, listen, you can have a list. Having a list is great, right? But what's a reality on the list and what is fictional. You know what I'm saying? What is a need and what is a want on the list?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say fictional. What you have to define what's a need and what's a want.
And is that motherfucker gonna want you? That's the whole key.
Yeah.
And that's the
But I want to say, Dale, if you get down to the needs of it, you'll probably find somebody that wants you as well. Right. If you just focus on the needs.
Right.
Now you got to work toward the wants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you find that person that wants you at that point.
But so here's another thing. Like I often reflect back to conversations with my son. My son wants to be the sole provider. He wants his wife to just focus on the house, focus on the kids. He wants to take care of everything. And I said, that's awesome. However, I'm a firm believer that she needs to contribute to.
I don't know if that truly exists anymore.
I was about to say the same thing.
What? What he wants?
Yeah, what he wants.
Yeah.
I don't know if that truly exists anymore.
I don't.
Because most women, and by default, he says that's what he wants. But he also wants a woman that has some of the characteristics of his mom.
Yeah.
Which is an achiever, sometimes an overachiever, a perfectionist of things.
Yeah.
So she's gonna have those qualities where she is gonna want to go and do something.
She ain't gonna be able to.
It ain't gonna just be in this house and raise these kids.
No.
Well, and then a negative connotation has been attached to that now because it's a control. They feel like they're being controlled.
Yeah.
And so what you got to have a very mature woman to understand the game plan.
Yeah.
Because if not, she gonna be trying to hide money, or she gonna be trying to get her little nest egg because she don't trust the process.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I get what he's saying. Like, he's talking about as far as like the school shootings and all this shit going on with the school and the kids being. So I get what he's saying. Like, it would just be better like for her to be like a full-time mom.
Right.
And it would save some money when it comes to childcare and shit like that. But I just me personally, like I do believe in the man paying the bulk of it, but I believe in both contributing.
No,
and I think she needs to work because I think an idle mind is the devil's playground. So her ass needs to be doing something.
Yeah.
Or else we gonna have some other problems. So her ass need to be busy. She need to be doing something.
Y'all hear this? This is coming from a woman. Your ass need to be busy. Your ass need to be busy.
I'm sorry. If her ass ain't got nothing to do, guess what?
You know
you're gonna have some problems.
So there's a trend going on online. I refer to online a lot because it's information people put out there.
Yeah.
But I'll be reading profiles, and when I see anything referencing money, it irks me.
Well, what do you mean? Like the Bitcoin?
No. Like they'll be like, I'm looking for a generous man, or I'm looking for my love language is presents or gift giving.
Get out of there.
And so I'm like, you don't have to say that if you really that person.
Get out of there.
But it's a growing trend of I want something to show me that you like me type.
That's
hey man, some of these
I really feel bad, right? Because like for real, like I think about my son and dating, and he is a really good person. And it just scares me because I know him. And I know if he choose the wrong chick,
well, no, listen.
I'm gonna be ready to knock her upside.
Well, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
He's gonna get hurt.
Oh,
at a young age, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be that one that you. Oh my
I just hope it don't
gosh,
financially hit him as hard, because you get over that emotional shit. It'll be all right.
It's gonna hit.
It'll be all right.
Financially, it's gonna hit him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go get hit.
Yeah.
You can't avoid it. You in the game. That's part of the fucking game.
That's the thing that I feel sorry for when it comes to men. That's why I think everybody needs to contribute.
Why do you feel sorry?
Because I have had friends who have gotten shitted on, and they have had to rebuild.
That's part of being a man.
I get it, but
You talking about a man or a woman?
a man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of being a man.
But
But there was red flags that he missed.
yeah, and he stayed,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but it's just like that sucks. Like I can only imagine. Like I look around at my house and I think, what if I came in this motherfucker one day and everything is gone? Every fucking thing that I've worked for, everything that I've built is gone, and now I got to start over.
You gonna call your insurance company? No.
But I'm saying,
No, I
like, this
understand.
woman walk away and she ain't been paying
Yeah.
shit, right? So she been stacking her damn bank account.
Yeah.
And now you got to start all the way over.
Yeah, but like we said before, Nick, it is something leads to that.
Yeah.
I want to say it's a very small percentage of women that go in outright knowing they're about to get over on it.
So that's the other thing.
So
why.
you've done something as a man, whether the men want to admit it or not.
Do you think it's a small percentage that go in with that intention?
With the intent, go in with the intent.
He just told you about the websites and they talk
I
about
was about to
generous
say,
man.
Well, but I'm saying that
that's
you.
the trend.
I'm saying that you get involved with, because those on that website, right?
Yeah.
When you see that, I'm not getting involved.
Right,
with
right,
that.
right.
So I'm talking about what I'm gonna select.
Right, right.
So I'm gonna say it's a small percentage in that.
Okay.
But of that percentage, I'm still gonna say she ain't just up and walked out. There was sitting in the current in the water
Yeah.
that I may have caused,
Yeah.
created. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It gets to a point where when I go to touch
that's
you and
okay.
you move,
That's okay. You still see. That's why
Yeah.
it's shit you gotta pay attention
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Nick, it's shit men gotta pay attention to.
You right.
When I go to put my hands on you and you don't respond the way you used to
That's
respond,
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
then I gotta assume
That's true.
she done found out some shit
Yeah.
or it's another nigga.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to like what I said. We as women have moved on emotionally long before we physically leave.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah.
You say yes emotionally, definitely. Physically,
We still physically here.
nah,
but
because
I
you're
got
not
my
doing the
plan
same.
working.
You're not doing the
Patterns
same
change.
nasty shit you used to do.
Okay, when I say physically, meaning I'm still in this house.
But
Oh,
you're
yeah.
acting different.
Yeah. Because
So I need to pay
emotionally, I'm
attention to
gone.
that. Right. So
Emotionally, I done checked out.
So I already
like,
know is what I'm saying. So when you pack up and leave,
But y'all don't until we walk out the door and it's like,
No.
oh wait. Oh
When
shit.
them
What I
patterns
do?
change, you pick up on it.
yeah,
I know I do, goddamn.
Yes.
I be observing like a motherfucker, like, shit. You want me to help you get this shit up out here?
because at some point I'm gonna ask you, hey, yo, when you gonna leave?
Right.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
a
when
matter of
you
time.
gonna leave? Because I'm about to start fucking shorty. And
It's just a matter of
you
time.
ain't
Like,
do that.
we might as well cut our
thing
losses.
used to
You go
do.
your way.
Yeah, go ahead. What you need help?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you need help pack? I'll bring some boxes home tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'll go to Walmart right now
Yeah.
because Walmart sell
Yeah,
boxes. too.
see. And that, again, what are we teaching the younger generation? Because we think back to our grandparents who were married for 50-something years, and they went through some shit.
It was different though.
Yeah.
You gotta consider the timing of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women didn't have the same rights.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women, God bless their soul, and kudos to them. They have by far so many rights right now, even though you're still behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
The rights that you have right now, the way that you can move right now, your grandma couldn't move the way you
Facts.
moving right now.
No.
Absolutely.
So she had to stay in certain situations.
Absolutely.
Now, what we didn't take from grandma is how to deal with the hurdle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We
You
didn't
want
take
to
that.
leave, but you stay.
Well, she couldn't leave, but so she had
But-
to find a way.
right.
She had to find a way to be okay with the
Yeah.
hurdle. She had to
Yeah.
find a way to make him feel, even though she wasn't going nowhere, make him feel. Grandma knew there was a whole nother goddamn family 2
Yeah,
blocks
I was about
away.
to say the same thing.
Because I just thought about fences, and I got so much. I
Yeah.
got so mad when he talking about something. Well, now you know, on Fridays, I'm going to be over here.
But see, back then you didn't have social media, so they didn't say, "I seen your granddaddy truck
Right.
down
Well,
there."
he
on,
told her. He told
yeah.
her. And he couldn't even read.
Yeah, but she reading the bills. What I need to read for?
Right.
But you gonna tell me that you over here with this other woman who pregnant by you? No, you not gonna tell me that.
Not today.
You gonna lie. You better lie.
Here's a quick story. So my grandmother, my grandfather used to be a bricklayer in Ferris, Texas. Mm-hmm. My grandmother every Friday would go down there and pick his check up.
Okay.
And ride by this house. I would see my granddaddy truck. She hit the horn. We going back home. But she was going home with the check. So
that's how she got over the hurdle.
Yeah, that's how she got over the hurdle.
Yeah.
She said, I don't give a damn. Do what you want to do. Whatever.
Right. So, yeah. A lot of people ain't built like that.
Let me tell you something. If me, right now, today, if I was to stay, I promise you, it's absolutely nothing but we roommates. And don't touch me.
Nick, stop.
Because I'm not, first of all, you know I'm not staying. One. But two, if I stay, what?
Nick. Okay. You know,
come on,
about to
call
put you in the
bullshit.
I'm not calling bullshit, but I'm going to try to put you in the corner.
Okay.
So if I got us in a 6,000 square feet house.
Okay.
Right? Square foot house.
Mm-hmm.
You got the island you want. You got because you love your backyard. You got the backyard you want. You know what I'm saying? The shit is closed in. Then you got the other backyard or the closed in porch. You got your TVs out there. You got all the shit set up. Now you got your pool. You know, you got your gazebo. You got your swinging, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to pay for shit. You shop. You got one room.
Right,
one room is your old closet. Right?
I might stay.
And I'm still getting it when I want to get it.
You absolutely fucking
You out
not.
your goddamn mind.
I wish you would touch me. You better go on over there with that other girl that you've been with.
You will not reap these benefits and I don't get something.
Well, hey.
Then leave.
But you know what?
No.
That's
my punishment to your ass. No, I'm not going no motherfucking way. I'm sitting right here with my drink on my patio, and you can go on over there with old girl. What's her name?
So that I don't get caught. Her name is Dick too.
Nope.
Because
you did this. So that would be the thing. You made that decision to go outside and play and do whatever the fuck you wanted to do.
Did I get caught because you were nosy or did I get caught
Don't matter, you got caught.
So you gonna make it a Tyler Perry movie then.
Right.
You just gonna stay.
I ain't going no motherfucking way. Out of spite. Nope, I ain't going no motherfucking way. And I'm going to make another drink and sit my ass in my chair and look at you like, what? I mean, what? Because this is what I did not know. I've been engaged twice. That second time I started doing my research and shit because I had my house. I was like, I'm in Texas. I need to know how this shit go, right? Like, do we need some prenups around this motherfucker? What's going on? Because I ain't got time for this nigga taking shit and leaving.
Prenups is not a bad thing.
It's not.
But why was you thinking about that beforehand? Like,
see, no, I'm sorry.
Was you feeling a little off?
Notice I ain't been married, right?
But I'm trying to figure out, like.
Notice we did not get fucking married. I did not walk out of damn house. I saw some shit that I said, I don't know about this. I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to do it. I'm going to step out on faith. However,
you didn't have
if
faith.
This shit don't work.
I'm not mad at the prenup part.
No.
Listen,
I think women who already have themselves established and have certain things, go ahead and get that prenup. Yeah. That prenup is just for what happened before me, though. Know that.
That's my whole thing. Like I said, for you to come home and this motherfucker that took everything, that's not fair. That's not fair.
You back on our side.
I'm just saying, period. Because it can happen to women, too.
Yeah.
It can happen to women, too.
How many cases you got?
I mean, it could happen. It could happen. But this is what I wanted to say. I learned then that somebody can deny you a divorce. I didn't know that.
What you mean deny you?
So if you serve them and you want a divorce, like they can't, if they don't sign the papers or some shit, you stuck with this.
In what states?
Texas, I know, because that's where I learned about the shit from. That's why I said, ooh, I don't know if I can do this. Because I be ready to,
It's some other ways to get around that. You can put something in the newspaper.
See, who want to go through all that? You don't want to be here no more. I don't want to be here no more. Let's go our separate ways. Why we got to go through all this bullshit? Go your way, I go my way. Bye.
Well, you married the wrong dude.
No, I did not.
No, you did not marry. I'm just saying that's the wrong guy.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
Because I'm quick to just take all this shit. Because I'll get it back. It might take some time, but I'll get it back.
But what if they don't want to? What if they don't sign a paper and don't divorce you?
I can't say what I want to say.
Because I've also heard of a situation. I heard of a situation.
We got to be aware of where we at there. She tried to set me up.
I'm just saying. I heard of a situation where they were separated for like 5 years or something like that.
Not gonna happen.
And at this point, he has moved on. He's in another relationship. He gets sick. He on life support. And the wife is the only one that can make them fucking decisions. But they've been separated for 5 years, but she refused to give him a divorce. So that's why she got the pension, the 401k, because she was his wife. That wasn't who he was with, but that was his wife. And see, that is dangerous.
So do you think this is, according to the topic, do you think that the younger generation is teaching us something because we having to adapt to their...
Who's adapting to their
Ain't nobody adapting.
We haven't adapted.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are. Some of them are. But it's unequally yoked. Because you coming to me with that bullshit, I ain't... What y'all
Well,
do that
I think that's the thing, right? So, Dale, you said you're not involved in social media. Neither am I. But for those that... I think there is a class of men that are involved in social media that take on some of the shit the younger generation. So to your point, some older men who should not be influenced are influenced by the younger generation. But I would like to say, Dale, I think that those are the same dudes who got off the porch late. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wasn't outside when we was outside. Yeah, they ass was in the house when we was outside. When me and Dale was outside,
so they
was in the house. They just got outside.
Yeah.
Because I can't see myself, jumping in somebody's DM. Like, to me, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
And me expecting her to keep going back and looking to see if she gonna answer. Like, that's weird as fuck to me. But then the thing about it is that it's like you say, you got a dude that's liking pictures every day or whatever the case may be with the hopes that...
I got homegirls on social media. I know when they got the new dude. This dude liking pictures 5-6 years ago. And I'll call their ass right up. Yo, sweet tea,
y'all
for real?
can see that? Y'all can see that?
Yes.
Because there's been times I wake up and I get 20 notifications. Like, what the fuck? Somebody done went message
If I have liked that picture when you first posted it, and now 5 years later, this random ass dude go back and like it. Yes. Such and such, like the picture.
Now y'all know everybody can see that shit.
They don't care.
They don't. They really don't.
They don't care. I don't even understand, because I'll admit, my bit of research, if I meet a woman online, right, and I happen to get her real name, because y'all be on that bullshit. I happen to get her real name, I'm going to throw it in the social to see what else pops up. If I find her page and it's open, I'm not going to start liking fucking pictures. No. It ain't for me to like. No. It's for me to view.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's not even, like you say, y'all not friends, right?
No.
So you do see the public pictures, but then they'll do and then comment and then they inbox you, but you don't see that inbox because y'all not friends.
Right.
But if you do go accept that friend request, as soon as you hit accept, now here go that DM popping. Hey, how you doing, brother? Okay, now don't start this shit now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not. Rarely am I trying to be friends with a woman that I'm on social media that I'm dating.
Right.
I don't need to see that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's best.
I don't need to see that shit.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be bored until I started doing this show. You're gonna be bored looking at my shit.
Yeah.
Like you saw I don't post shit about myself. My son scored 60 points the other night.
Right.
Here you go, world. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you're not gonna. If you see anything from me, it's gonna be some shit I cooked.
Right. You know, one of the things that I find interesting though, like I have several cousins. Pretty much all of my cousins that's in their like 30s, all married.
Okay.
Those of us that's 49 and up, 45 and up, I would say, never been married.
Well, you know what's interesting about that too is, so you mix that with the generation that was married for 20-something years and now they got a divorce.
Yeah.
And they back out here trying to date and lost as hell.
Yeah.
And you like, get your ass over there in the slow lane. You trying to ride in the far left lane. And your ass don't know what the hell going on.
And the HOV and they be the third lane. Boy, you stupid.
They trying to see if red lobster.
That's a hell of an analogy, though.
I'm like, God damn.
I like that shit. That's funny as hell.
I'm like, get your ass out the way. You got on these kitten heels.
That's
you
funny
and this motherfucker trying to with sequence and shit on.
Oh my God.
Oh man, it is when you say it got piss in the pool.
But he sure got a point though.
He does, and it goes back to what he was saying in the last episode. And the reason I was laughing so funny at the time is me and my boy Poster Boy, I'm not gonna give his real name, Poster Boy, he's still in New York. He's dealing with a situation. I asked him, did you get the Carfax? Because in both cases, men and women need the Carfax.
Yeah.
I called it something else, but for the sake of this podcast, we're going to call it the Carfax.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You need the Carfax.
Yeah. And that was another thing that I was going to ask y'all too. Like, does the past matter?
Woo!
It depends on where we at. Was your past in Oklahoma?
Right.
Your past in Iowa?
Right.
I mean, because you could have been a dancer.
Yeah.
As long as you was a dancer over there. I don't want you to be a dancer here in Dallas.
Because you know Dallas is small.
So I have a saying that you could have been a hoe in Idaho.
Right.
And came to Dallas and your Carfax is clean in Dallas.
Yeah.
But I've seen instances where people have decided to go that route, and I'm like, won't you go to like Haltom City and date somebody out there with that ain't
even cool. Listen, I had a homegirl. We've known each other for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? We tried it. Shit ain't really worked. But one of the times we tried it, a mutual friend said, "Oh, I used to date her." Nigga, why you telling me? Now this shit is over.
Oh, right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be here to hit it one more time, but this shit is over.
But you know what's so funny about that? You keep that shit in your back pocket so when you get trying to get rid of her, you say, "Oh, you know John? Oh, shit, that's my boy. We can't do this shit no more. God damn it."
Nah, y'all playing. This shit is real out here.
We can't do this
shit. Can't do this shit no more.
No, but like, so that's why when you meet a person, especially, so what if it's not your immediate friend? What if she's been with somebody that you know, but it's not your immediate friend?
Dallas too small. The circle is too small.
For me, it depends
Especially for me, because I know too many people.
Yeah, I've been here a long time, but I don't get out like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
But it depends on what I know of that person. Because if I figured you was fucking down, then I don't. Yeah, I'm not fucking behind him.
Right.
That's what I'm not doing.
Right.
And you can call it small-minded, petty, whatever you want. Certain dudes, just because of the way they carry themselves, they move, I'm not going behind them.
Right.
I don't care how much you've grown,
right?
How much you have evolved.
Right.
That's in your repertoire. That's on your list.
Right.
I'm not going behind that.
Yeah,
I'll take it a step further. If I'm out and I see somebody I find attractive, and I see her give a dude her number that is down, oh, baby, you done.
Yeah.
You're dead to me.
Yeah.
At this point, because
So ain't no need of us even trying.
I'm going to bring you back up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that
But
could
she
be
could
her
have been
thing.
giving him the wrong number, too.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
The point that you took his phone, dead to me.
No, sometimes I'm going to give y'all a little bit.
I don't want to hear that. I know what you're about to
Sometimes we
say.
do that because they won't go away.
No, hell no.
So you got to get them the Google Voice number.
No, do them like y'all do them bill collectors, goddamn it. Tell them motherfuckers you're not interested.
They won't go away. I used to wear a ring. I literally used to wear a ring on my left hand to just say I'm married, like to deter people from, because it's like, God damn, because you can't even say I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, but
that's not good
the follow up to the married is, but are you happy?
So, and the same with the relationship. Well, where that nigga at right now? He ain't here right now. What the fuck difference does that make? And that does not make you look more attractive. I can't stand a hater.
Right.
If you gonna get a woman on your own merit, that's one thing. But trying to hate on her dude, that's not cool. It's not attractive. And you might actually get the mean girl.
Well, I mean, there is the thing is,
sorry.
It's hater macking, you know? Mm-hmm. That's a part of the Mac game to talk down on the other dude.
But
some women depends on where she at in that relationship. It might work.
Even still, I don't care if you on the tail end of that relationship. That's not attractive. Like we're not gonna get along. Me and that dude is not gonna get along.
That's you.
Because you're gonna do that shit talking about somebody else. You know what I mean? Nobody want to hear that.
What I want you to understand is the shit that's being done has worked before.
Right.
Ain't none of this shit new. Ain't none of this shit a one-off. Right. This shit has worked before on somebody.
And all of this shit. So amazing. Because I'd be like, do this shit really work?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get a phone number off this shit? Are you like the dude, can I get a 360?
Mm-hmm. You know how many women has probably given him a 360? At least two to 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's a high probability for him. Your no is nothing. The next chick that walked to the bathroom, she probably gave his ass a 360.
Right.
If you would have sat back and watched, you would have probably saw him get a 360.
Yeah.
Nah, that's unattractive. Very unattractive.
I don't doubt it.
No, I'm good. And then it caused you, we was at an after hour party. And that was my last time being at the fucking after hour.
Why were you at an after hour?
Waiting in line to use the bathroom, and this guy come up, and I mean we had I think somebody fell asleep in one of the fucking. So I'm like, God. So he comes to the front. I'm like, hey, we in line, right? Like the line back there. So he walks up to me and he said, with your cute self, and he said, touch it. I said, what? And he said, touch it. I said, oh my God, I'm good. Like now, because now I'm ready to cuss his ass out. But I'm like, I'm good. Like, move. And so he walks off and says something else. And then the girl came out the bathroom. So I was able to use the bathroom. And then I came out like, hey, it's time to go. Yeah. It's time to go. And we won't be back. I ain't supposed to be here.
At all.
Again, those are those signs where it's like, yeah, I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And I have not been back. So, I mean, okay, maybe that shit work for some people, but.
Hey, man, this has been a very interesting topic. This shit has flown by.
Right.
This time has flown by. So,
yeah, all of our topics be like that, though. It'd be like, oh, shit, again, we got to do a part 2.
Yeah.
But we are going to do a part 2 in a sense with the women.
I can't wait for that. I really
with the women. I want to hear, the women, what we are teaching.
I'm going to wear all black, Dale. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Make sure you ask, what are you doing to attract the man to be a wife? Because then that's going to put the onus back on them to say, what are their actions to attract a man if they're looking for a husband? Some people
He's
are happily
supposed to find us, ain't he?
I'll see here we go with this shit.
He's supposed to find us.
Go back and read that again. This selective interpretation shit.
He is supposed to find a wife. He who finds a wife.
Finds a good thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What that got to do with what he asked you, though?
Right.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
We supposed to do something? No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm going to reword it. What are you doing in preparation to be found?
Yeah.
That's a good question, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's a hell of a question. I just put it in my notes.
I know we almost at time, but I did want to ask one more question. Is there a particular place that you guys would prefer to meet a woman? Or like somewhere where if you meet this woman, you know this might be.
You know, the church, the library. You always find a good woman in the library. You know.
They still go to the library?
No,
Don't
that was
go
a
the
Coming
damn
to America
library.
shit.
You don't still go to the library.
That was with me.
But no, yeah, the grocery store. What is it?
If I had my ideal place
Mm-hmm.
to meet a woman, it probably would be like a house party.
Okay. Mutual friends.
So it ain't, like it's a birthday party, it's some sort of celebration, but it's not really the club.
Yeah.
But I can really kind of see how she is in the element.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's an intimate setting enough to us to kind of have a conversation.
Talk and okay, I like that.
That's not bad. That's actually a good move because whoever invited her, she feels comfortable with.
Right.
And she's trusting that however I got here, they feel comfortable with me.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad setting.
Yeah.
Grocery store could be cool.
Okay.
But I got to pay too much attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got to see if it's
you
really
trying
that.
And then
I just came here to get this and be out. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then now I gotta care too much.
Yeah.
Depending on how big.
And then you gotta follow
her
around the store and shit.
I'm
and then she might
that.
Expect you to pay for them groceries.
She's not doing that. She came in here prepared to pay for them. Nick, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, man. Get us out of here.
You gonna try to talk to me and he pay for my groceries and
the
shit.
She do.
Get up there and pull out them digital coupons on her ass. Like, come on.
That's what she need to be showing me is how she coupon these motherfuckers. That's the lesson I'm trying to learn. How you turn that $100 bill into 30.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially to this day.
Right. I need to know how your eggs only $2.
We gonna go and get out of here. It was such a pleasure to have you on here with us, Dale. We enjoyed you as always. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for chiming in. Go out and like and subscribe on the pages.
And share.
And chime in on the conversations. So until next week, we'll talk to y'all then. Love y'all.
Peace.